Well, I think my first day back with the Blue Jays, we were playing in Pittsburgh, and Doc is pitching, and Jose hit a home run off of Doc, which got my attention right away because it wasn't easy to do that. But then when we got Jose's one of those kind of guys he wants to play hard. He's a hard player, hard worker, and we just noticed that. I just noticed he wouldn't get his front foot down in time. He's a little bit late on fastballs, and we worked on that real hard. But Jose is one of those guys that he works hard. He's willing to listen, and he's willing to change, and he's very coachable. And I think he did it all himself by being willing to listen to myself and listen to Gene Tennis along with Murph. And, Jose has a lot of talent. I mean, the guy can run. He's got a great arm. He can play third base if you need him to. And he's a good teammate.
Cito, when you are talking to, to a player who, I mean, look, Jose had bounced around. Even he says, he was trying to find himself. Do you have to approach a guy like that a little differently than someone who, let's say has joined the team in a trade and is an established major leaguer, right? Somebody with a track record. Do you have to deal differently with an older player who's trying to get where a lot of these other guys already are?
Well, you know what? You give them some time first. You do a little differently because first of all, you don't want to lose him. As far as him maybe wanting to listen to you or believe in you a little bit, so you give him some time, see what he's doing, and then you might approach him and see if you can get him to change a few things. It's hard for guys to change because even when most of these kids are guys when they sign, where they came from, they're the superstar. They played against. They're always a star on their team, but when you mix them all together, they thin out because you're playing with all good players now. And so that's why some guys go on, some guys don't go because they're not willing to change. Because what they did back when they were playing, wherever they were playing, they were the best. And when you get to the major leagues, you have to make some adjustment. And Jose was willing to do that, willing to listen. And I just appreciate Jose the way he played for me and how hard he played for me. I really appreciate him, and so happy about what's going on this weekend for Jose. That's just awesome. And I'm happy.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just happy for him.
Absolutely. I was just wondering, whenever you said about him not getting his front foot down, that's very intriguing because that is, whenever you walk up to a player and say that could mean a lot of different things. Like, I'm not starting on time. I have too big of moves. Like my stride's too long. Was there one specific thing that you noticed with him that you said to him, if you just do this to get it down a little sooner, because you have bat speed and bat to ball skills, everything else will take care of itself?
Well, you hit it with the first one you said is that most time guys are not on time, and you got to start a little bit sooner. I have this approach that hey, when he starts to wind up, you get yourself ready if you're sitting on fastballs, and fastballs you can be late, and that's what Jose, he was a little bit late on fastballs. So when I say get that front foot down, as you mentioned, you're talking about guys being late. And I see some guys nowadays watching, they're a little bit late. There's nothing else wrong with them. Just a little bit late starting. If you see a pitcher and he gets that hand out in front and you haven't started to move it all, you're going to be late. You are definitely going to be late on a fastball.
Okay, you set me up perfect for this. We've been talking a lot about the elevated fastball, and that seems the last couple of years to be a theme. And, we were talking about this before you came on, that the MLB average on elevated fastballs is 226. The Blue Jays this year on the elevated fastball are hitting 213. That's 25th in baseball. Now, if I just told you that stat without watching the lineup, and that needed to, I guess, to be adjusted. I'm not saying corrected because pitchers now throw it there because it's very hard to hit, right? You have to be on time, like you mentioned. You have to have a flat bat path. Like, you got to do a lot of things right. Is that an easy fix, you think, excuse me, in season to make sort of an adjustment to that part of it? Or is it just easier to say, before you get to two strikes, you're going to get that with two strikes. Do something before you get to two strikes. Is it easier to say that?
That's one of the ways to do it is don't let them get to that point with
yeah.
you. You know, be ready to hit. Be ready to hit. I know when I first came back in this organization, we had a little rule in this organization to take a strike. Everybody can't hit with a strike on them. So be ready to hit when you go in there. I see guys take a fastball right down the middle of the plate, swinging a breaking ball in the dirt. That's not being ready. And to me, as you said, I'll tell you what, most people in the big leagues can't hit a high fastball. Just can't hit it. Mm-mm. You know, it's just a pitch that guys don't hit. What happens is eye level, it looks good, looks like you can catch up with it, but you can't. Then I hear a lot of guys say, get on top of that pitch. I had a roommate named Nate Covert, who's a good high ball fastball hitter. He used to tell me, roommate, I see it up there, I'll leave it up there. And that means he drove it back up. And he didn't try to get – people say getting on time. The only guy I've seen, and he was the uppercut swinger from the right side, was Robin Young. He could hit a high fastball. He was rising as he was swinging. And most people can't do that. That's just a talent that he had. Most guys don't have it. But guys can hit a fastball up and away a little bit easier. You get one. And one in the middle of the plate is tough to hit, but the one inside is really tough to hit. It's just the next toughest pitch to hit to me is a changeup because it looks just like a fastball. And you can't distinguish from unless you're sitting on it. And that's one thing about Jose. He got to learn about. We talked about sitting on pitches and looking for breaking balls and sitting on it. And you know, I always go back to say I had a guy hit his 500 home run against me, and that was A-Rod, and his 600 home run against me. But I've seen a lot of days he'd take a 3-2 fastball right down the middle of the plate and go sit down. That's because he wasn't sitting on it. And this is one of the only jobs or games you can play that you can be wrong 7 out of 10 times and be a multimillionaire.
Yeah, now
so you have to have. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, Jose's a run producer, and this is sort of my next question. And you're all over the questions I want to ask you because we talk about the Blue Jays this year a lot and their woes offensively, and one of them is the elevated fastball, and the other one is runners in scoring position. And I'm personally, because I used to try and do this, I played first, I was left-handed, I used to try and produce drive-in runs. Now, it was more at the minor league level than it is at the big league level. But my question to you is, because you've been around those, and Jose was one, can you produce or develop a run producer in season?
Well, you can. You know, it's hard to do that, but you can if you got the right people. You know, there's certain guys I could talk to during the game and change what was going on during the game with them and tell them what the pitcher's trying to do to them. Aaron Hill, I had guys that I could talk to during the game, or it's guys you can't talk to in the game. So you talk to them the next day and try to work on that. But I don't think it's too late to learn during the season. You got to make some changes. I mean, if they're not going right, you just can't go through the whole season going up there thinking. I think the biggest thing is the guys don't have an idea what they want to do when they walk up there. They don't. They're swinging a breaking ball in the dirt, which I'm pretty sure they weren't looking for that. Or they'll take a fastball down the middle, like I said before, and swing a breaking ball in the dirt. And then, like you said, they'll swing a high fastball when they get 2 strikes. And you know what? It looks like you can hit that pitch, but that's a really tough pitch. And I would almost say a really high amount of guys can't hit that pitch in the big leagues. I'd even go by 90% of them. They just can't touch that ball. And most of them that can get to it, they'll pop it up anyway.
Was that always the case?
Yeah, I mean, I play with a guy, and no one ever knows this guy, Al Ferrara. He's a low ball hitter. I played with him for about 4 years. I seen him swing a one high pitch, and because he knew he couldn't hit that ball. And there's not too many guys that disciplined that they can do that. But because it looks so good, you've seen high pitches. Were you a good high ball hitter or low ball? You're probably a low ball hitter.
Yeah,
right?
I was left-handed. I had a natural uppercut. No, I would have had nightmares about the elevated fastball. I'm with you. It's sort of that ball that's so close to your eyes that I would have been attacking because I had to be the guy that looked always fastball right down the middle. And then when I got to 2 strikes, it was choke up and throw barrel the ball. It was real simple. I had to simplify it. I wasn't an overthinker because I couldn't. But I think it's like you say, it's just they overthink it so much. And I just wonder why that is. It's like there's so much high velocity. If you're not looking for that high velocity, you're probably not going to be consistently good at hitting it. And I just wonder why they don't always look for it. It's just confusing to me sometimes.
I don't know. I know if you walk to that plate, unless sometimes you get 5 breaking balls in a row, but most of the time you're going to get a fastball to hit. And if that's what you can, there's no sense in sitting on pitches you can't hit. If you can't hit a breaking ball, be ready for that fastball. And it's a pitch that you should be able to hit if you're going to play in the big leagues. You have to hit a fastball, and you have to look in your zone for it. That guy, everybody can't pinpoint that pitch. If you want it up and away, or I like for people to start with looking fastball in, and that ball can travel a little bit further on the outside part of the plate. You can still get to it, but if you let that ball travel a little bit, travel deeper on you on the inside of the plate, you're going to be buying some new bats or someone looking for a new bat. It's just having an idea when you walk to the plate. I mean, Jose, Jose breaking ball, he's got to hit a breaking ball. He sits on it. And you got to let that – I always teach you to let it come out of his hand before you move. Just stay still. Let it come out of his hand. And you know what, Kevin, that's one of the easiest pitches to hit in the game because you have more time to hit that pitch than you do a fastball. You got to get ready in a hurry to hit a fastball. And if you're sitting on a fastball, you throw you a changeup, you're ready for that pitch too.
Cito, last question before we let you run. I did want to bring it back to Jose Bautista. I'm not going to ask you to, list the great players you managed, the great hitters you saw, but when you do think of the guys that you have managed in games, how would you, would Jose be in terms of being a hitter? Would he be at the top? Would he be just at a very good level? Where would you place him?
He'd be right there at the top for me. I mean, Jose's hit over 300 home runs.
Yeah.
And, he got started late in his career because I think he'd already been in big leagues, 6 years before he came over here, I believe, something like that. So he got started a little bit late, but, yeah, he's right at the top for me and clutch situations. And he's just a great player, man. Like I said, he could play third base for you, too, if he wanted him to. And a good outfielder, great arm. But, yeah, I would put him at the top of all the guys I've had around here.